What's up guys, James Malone here with MMOHuts.com. This time taking a first look overview of Chronicle Runescape Legends, a new card-driven strategy game developed and published by Jagex, the creators of RuneScape. Now for starters, this isn't your typical internet trading card game. It may look like RuneScape themed Hearthstone. In fact, the cards look very Hearthstone inspired, but the game mechanics themselves are completely different. This is more of a turn-based strategy game that uses cards, much closer to Card Hunter than Hearthstone itself. Anyway, the game has been in development for a little while now, recently going to open beta this month, with more content available now than in the closed beta, and plenty more content headed to the game in the coming months. So with that, I'll explain how this unique style game works, and then put it all together in a match. Now, if I showed you a match right off the bat, you're probably going to get a little confused, so let me show you some stuff beforehand. Very visually similar to Hearthstone, the game is played out of a book, as you can tell. Here we have the menu. Everything is pretty self-explanatory here. You've got your stats and customization here, where you can change your title, your icon, the card backs that you've purchased, and of course view your rankings. You've got the store and My Packs, which is the same thing essentially. My Packs is just where you go to open packs that you've earned or bought in the store. Now, the store items are set up like other card games would be. You've got your card packs that you can buy with in-game currency earned by playing or leveling. Or you've got Platinum as the real cash currency that you can also get by reaching certain levels in the game. So this is something that the game will reward you without actually having to spend money for. You can also earn cards and packs just by completing daily quests, winning matches, and leveling. So this isn't the only way to expand your collection. You don't have to buy everything. You can play the game completely free if you want to. It's kind of like Hearthstone in that matter. You can just do it a whole lot faster if you pay real money, of course. You've also got card backs, which honestly look really cool, especially this one in my opinion. Now, going back to the menu here, we've got a feature new to the open beta called Dungeoneering, which is an arena-style mode where you can draft your way through enemies, gaining rewards, crafting materials in order to make new cards, things like that. It is a trade-off because it does cost you in-game currency or platinum to enter, but of course you can win those items back and probably double them if you're good. So in order to get good, you can practice, of course. This lets you fight other legends in various difficulties for challenge and rewards as well. I would definitely suggest doing this a bit before going into casual ranked matches, just because you'll gain some rewards that are helpful for that. But let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. That way I can explain how the game mechanics work, and we can get to a match. Okay, so here you can build your own decks. I don't have many additional cards, but I did make a custom deck in order to swap out a few ones that I gained with some of the ones that I didn't like as much in the default deck. But like I mentioned, this isn't a standard card game. It's actually an adventure game that you use cards in. So you end up actually playing your cards on yourself rather than your opponent directly. Sounds weird, I know, but bear with me here. There are two different types of cards, support cards and creature cards. The creature cards here are basically something your legend has to fight in order to gain a reward. It's a trade-off. That's the easiest way to explain that. Like here, this mischievous imp will let you draw a card and give you 1 gold once he's defeated. In my opinion, this is actually a decent card because it has low health. His health is here on the top right, and it has low damage. His attack damage is on the left here, always. Most legends deal 2 to 3 base damage, so this one you can pretty much one-shot, typically, and get the reward without any penalty, because they don't exactly attack you every time. So you get the first attack, and then that's it. If you kill them, they're done. Another example, the Barbarian Warrior here will give you 1 gold and a weapon that will increase your attack by 2 with a duration of 3, so you can actually use it 3 times. And it increases your attack that way. He's a little more tanky on the health, so this card might be good to play if you've obtained more base damage or you're on the last hit of your weapon or something. You're going to want to try to take him out in one hit, just like any other card that has health and high damage. Otherwise, he's going to hit you for 5 damage however many times it takes you to hit to kill him. So the stuff on the bottom of the cards are the loot drops, if you will, and the health, the damage, the output here. Essentially, that's the trade-off for gaining those items. Some of the cards, especially the support cards, affect your opponent. So like I said, you're playing these cards on yourself, so your legend will have to face them. Although the idea here is to provide your legend with the path of least resistance and one that whittles down your enemy at the same time, if you follow what I'm saying here. So there are plenty of cards with huge trade-offs, like the Undead Dragon here, 13 health. You've got to try to kill this thing with the least amount of swings because he's going to take more health off of you than the damage and gold he's worth. But hey, if you have a powerful weapon and you have enough attack damage, go for it, because you're going to take 10 health away from your enemy. So it comes down to strategy there. If you've got a spell card that reduces his health overall, this is actually a really good card. The support cards, on the other hand, are different in that the trade-off isn't battling an enemy for the rewards. Instead, you're paying gold you earn from killing creature cards, as loot drops, basically. In return, you get things like armor, something that has to be broken first before affecting your overall health, weapons that increase your attack damage, or straight up attack damage, or even direct hits to your opponent. Sometimes these can be really hard to use just because it's based on the luck of your hand. The whole game is based on the luck of your hand, and you have to have killed enough gold-wielding creatures in order to purchase such wonderful weapons of death. And yes, seeing that this is a RuneScape game, all of the cards are obscure RuneScape references, but you don't have to be a RuneScape fan in order to enjoy this game. So with the basics there outlined, don't worry, there's a tutorial as well. We can hop into a match, you'll have a better idea of what's happening, because the matches are kind of fast, and it's kind of hard to explain all this stuff while playing. Now, there are 5 legends to choose from so far. More will be available as updates come, and each one has their own exclusive cards, and they differ slightly. But you've got archetypes labeled here to give you a general idea of the type of cards that they play. Raptor is a tank, so his exclusive cards are going to give him health and armor. The mage is going to give you more spell-like cards. The blacksmith is going to have more weapons. Venescula, the vampire, the newest legend in the game, is going to have some health leech spells. And my favorite, the thief, steal stuff, like gold and health. So finding a match is based on your level and ranking, and it's been pretty easy to find a match, although I have had to go up against some players that are really low rank, but also have some crazy cards that make them super hard to fight. That happens quite often. Then again, there are some new players in there that I might be able to pick off.
I'm going first.
Cool, I'm going first. So I don't get an extra card, but I get to go in here and choose. Either way, you actually get to choose cards you want to replace. These are all too expensive in terms of gold. There's no way I can get those early enough. In fact, this one needs to go 2. Even though it's really useful, I just need more stuff to start with. So I'm basically looking at the health of these. I can handle the 2 and a 3, and I like the weapon. There we go. Now we got some lower cards, easier to deal with. Alright, so you don't have to worry about mana or anything like that like you would in Hearthstone. I think I'm going to go with a giant spider here, get a weapon right off the bat, and then start working up my gold. Definitely take out that guy. This will give me 4 gold at the expense of giving my rival 2 gold, so that's fine. In fact, I actually have a card that will deal damage to my rival based on the amount of gold he has, so that's kind of cool. So here he goes. Once you play, there you go. I gained my weapon, so increase my attack. So he got armor based on health, which is almost as useful. Some things go past armor. It's a card that removes his weapon but gives him gold. You see those played a lot of times right before they equipped a weapon, so I'm surprised that didn't happen. That one lets him draw 2 cards. Oh, he didn't have enough power to attack it, so that's good. Took damage. He's actually taking quite a bit of damage there, which is good. He's gaining more gold than I am, though. Yep, hit him. Take his armor away. Nice. So his cards he played were not to his advantage. He ended up with a lot of gold, but a lot less health. So matches are based on chapters. There's 5 chapters total, and you just basically play through these adventures. The board changes a little bit, and you go through that way. You can place the cards wherever you want to on there. Let's see what I'm gonna need to get. A weapon of some sort. That'll give me a 2x2 weapon. This one here has a battle to it, meaning that I actually have to battle my rival so he can hit back. When it says strike rival, then they don't get to hit back. So seeing that I have a weapon there, that's gonna do some good for me. This one's gonna... I take 4 damage, but I double my gold. I don't think I want to use that. Hold on to that one. That one gives me 3 gold. I'll work on that. And then by the time I get to the end here, I'll want another weapon to start off the next chapter in. So let's do that. You gotta be a little quick there. I don't know exactly how long the timer is, but I have run out of time. And if you run out of time, you don't actually have to put cards down, but then again, you're not going to get any benefits, and you're going to... A lot of the times, your enemy will strike you. There we go. So I didn't get to do the damage. But I'm going to gain coin here, and hopefully I'll put myself in a position to get a beefy weapon. He had the same idea there. Going to get that weapon at the end. Oh, and he's going to get more attack damage with that penguin. That's the way to do it. So you can see there when I defeat creature cards, I work towards a daily quest, basically. And I'll get in-game currency. Alright, so Chapter 3. We're going to get 3 more cards. And let's see what I can do here. So strategy kind of comes each chapter because you're going to get different hands. Like I said, you don't have to play any cards, but that's not going to benefit you. And sometimes you want to play cards that will just beef you up. Sometimes you don't want to play any cards because you have a nice weapon at hand. This one's going to remove health from the rival, equal half their gold. This is what I was talking about earlier. It's a good one. And that's going to give me a little bit of health because I got kind of beat on a little bit there. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit more coin. And then what else we have here? Steal 2 gold from the rival, and it's going to give me additional gold, and I should be able to take this one. Nope, I want to hold on to my weapon. I can hold on to that card for now. So that should do 4 damage. Nice. He's going to gain some armor. Glad I hit him before then. Has to do with whether or not you go first or second. Got to keep that in mind. Now, if you get through all 5 chapters and you still have health, then the legends themselves actually battle each other out. So you do want to hold on to like a weapon if you can and keep your health up as much as you can. You can't have any more than 30. I think you can't have any more than 30 armor either, but it never really told me that. I'm just assuming. That would be crazy amounts of armor. So at the very end, it'll battle it out. Alright, so the chapters go pretty quick. Just 4 cards, sometimes 3, sometimes 2, sometimes none. Let's see here. Ooh, I really like that that card. That's going to give me all the heals. I want some pie. Let's see. I don't know if I want to put that first or give it a second here. This one's going to deal a little bit more attack, so right off the bat. And then I'm going to get my heals. And by that time, I'll probably be out of a weapon. Nice thing about that weapon is it doesn't cost me anything. This will remove. So I want to put this down first because I won't have a weapon by this time anyway. And then I'll just gain another weapon at the end. So I'll start the next chapter with a weapon. That's been my strategy, and I don't know. It hadn't really helped that much, but I feel like it should. Nice. That just went straight to his armor, though. Oh, but allowed him only gain 1 armor, so that was good.
Have these pies.
Based on the effect of his other card. So that has to do with luck of the draw. Get the pie, get my health back up to 30. I'm maxed out.
It is good to see you again.
He's going to gain health equal to his armor, which is going to be 1. Oh, plus he's going to get 2 from the card itself. So 3. And then I'm going to get my
justice prevails.
Weapon at the end here. See if that's going to help me out. I wish I would have got some base damage. That would have been nice. Alright, so the last one here. So I've got to be really thoughtful on the cards that I use. So let's see what I've got. I don't know if I want to fight a lot of these creatures. A lot of creatures cards, which I don't need the benefits from too much. So here we go. We got discard 1 random card, which actually remove 6 health from my next card. So I can put this beast in there, which is going to remove armor and health from my rival. And I think I want to... I don't really need this because I don't need any more gold. This is the last chapter. So let's see here. Yeah, so I think that's actually it. I want to keep my weapon, so we're good to go. Play that. Let's see how this works. Oh, discarded a card. Don't care. Oh, it pretty much took all the health away from that other card, which is good. So I got the benefits without any risk or anything involved there. Still have my weapon. He's going to draw 2 cards, which is not going to help him any because this is the last chapter. So these are things you got to think about. That's why I mentioned it. And then we fight to the death. Alright, so I strike first with my extra damage, and then that damage goes away, and now he's hitting me, and it's kind of close, but he is done. The final hit is kind of funny. It's like a fatality, but with the board game piece. Oh, he exploded. That's even better. Yeah, so, cool. That's how that works, guys. It doesn't always play out that smooth, but the matches are typically about that time frame. They usually only last about 7 to 8 minutes ish.
And the crowd goes wild. Ozan!
Yeah. That's the game, guys. Hopefully this gave you an idea of how it works and some of the strategy that's involved. I definitely think the game is innovative, to say the least, and it's really fun if you like strategy games or if you want to take a break from Hearthstone, even though you can easily tell the two games are way different. So overall, I like the game. I'm definitely not good at it by all means, but just like other TCGs, it's got quick, fun matches that definitely kill the time nicely, so I will probably be doing that in the free time. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Try the game out yourself. It's now in open beta. Pick up more information about the game at thegameprofile at MMOHuts.com. And until next time, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.